All right, welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're going to be doing a deep dive into the world of crypto.
Specifically, Bitcoin and altcoins.
Yeah, exactly. We've got this really fascinating article from Bitcoin.
Pretty bold predictions.
Yeah, about where the market's headed and kind of what the future holds.
Your investments, yeah.
Yeah, for our investments, exactly. So
Yeah.
I thought it would be cool to kind of break it down together. See what they're saying, what their reasoning is, and
most importantly, what it means for you.
yeah, what it actually means for someone like me who's trying to make sense of all this. So one of the first things that jumped out at me was this whole idea of a late stage bull market. I mean, what does that even mean?
Yeah, it can be a little jargony, but basically, a bull market is just when prices are trending upwards, right? People are feeling optimistic. There's this kind of infectious energy pulling more and more investors in,
Right.
And late stage just means we're probably closer to the peak of that upward trend than we are to the beginning.
Okay, so that makes sense. But what I found really interesting was this whole thing about trading volume.
Right.
And how it's actually surprisingly low right now for Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Only about 36% of the total supply has been traded recently.
Mm.
I have to admit, that kind of threw me off. I always thought high trading volume was a good thing.
Yeah.
A sign of lots of activity and interest.
It can be. It definitely can be.
Right.
High trading volume can definitely indicate strong interest. But in this case, the fact that it's relatively low
Yeah.
could actually be a sign of even more growth potential.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have thought the opposite.
It's kind of counterintuitive, right? So if we think about the concept of supply and demand, with Bitcoin, the supply is limited, right? It's capped.
Right.
So when you have a limited supply and a growing demand,
Yeah.
that's what creates that upward pressure on prices.
Oh.
And so what's fascinating here is that if the trading volume were already super high, it might suggest that most of the available Bitcoin is already kind of changing hands.
Right.
And that would leave less room for prices to, increase further.
So what you're saying is this relatively calm period
Right.
with the lower trading volume could actually be
The calm before the
the
storm.
calm before the storm. Yeah. There's all this pent up demand just waiting to
They're exploded.
explode into the market.
Exactly. And this is where market psychology comes into play, right?
Yeah.
Because think about it, as prices start to rise, more people get FOMO.
Right.
The fear of missing out.
Yeah.
They see their friends making money, their neighbors making money.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I got to get in on this. And that creates a sort of snowball effect,
Yeah.
driving even more demand and pushing prices even higher.
So this whole low trading volume thing
Yeah.
is actually a bullish